You're driving down a perfectly straight highway at 3 a.m. You haven't turned. You haven't slowed down. So, why did you just pass the exact same gas station for the fourth time? There is a specific kind of silence you only find on a desert highway in the dead of night. It's not peaceful, it's heavy. Like the dark itself is pressing against the windows of your car. In 2014, a user on an anonymous forum shared a story about a routine drive through West Texas. A drive that should have taken 4 hours. The radio had died miles ago, leaving nothing but the steady hiss of static filling the cabin. And then, the low fuel light flickered on. Out here, running out of gas doesn't just mean a delay. It means you are completely stranded. So, when a faint blue neon glow appeared on the horizon, breaking the endless pitch black, he felt a wave of relief. He pulled over. That was his first mistake. The station looked incredibly ordinary, yet deeply wrong. There was no brand name, no logos, just 2 dusty pumps and a small brick convenience store. He stepped out of the car. Immediately, the atmosphere hit him. It was a vacuum. In the desert, there is always noise. Wind brushing against dry grass. Crickets. The hum of distant power lines. Here, absolutely nothing. He grabbed the nozzle and glanced at the digital display. 85 cents a gallon. Prices hadn't been that low since the late 1980s. Inside, the shelves were perfectly stocked. Too perfectly. The labels on the snacks and drinks looked slightly off. Familiar, yet entirely unrecognizable. Behind the counter stood a cashier in a plain blue cap. He was staring straight ahead, looking at the blank wall opposite him. He wasn't blinking. The driver walked up and placed a $20 bill on the counter. The cashier didn't look up. He didn't acknowledge the presence of a living human being. His movements were strictly mechanical. He took the 20, opened the register, and handed back the change. Among the change was a $5 bill. The driver noticed it had a very specific, jagged tear in the bottom left corner. Then, the cashier finally spoke. In a flat, perfectly monotonous voice, devoid of any inflection, he said, "Have a safe drive." No eye contact. Like an audio file playing from a faulty speaker. A chill ran down the driver's spine. He didn't say a word. He grabbed his change, rushed back to his car, locked the doors, and merged back onto the highway. He drove straight for 20 miles. The speedometer hovered at a steady 70 miles per hour. He never touched the steering wheel to turn. But then, the radio, which had been silent, burst into a brief second of static. And ahead, slicing through the blackness, the blue neon returned. He slowed down. It wasn't a similar station. It was the exact same building, the same cracked pavement, the same empty pumps. His breath caught in his throat. Trying to prove himself wrong, he grabbed a torn $5 bill from his cup holder, walked back inside. The same cashier, the same unblinking stare. The driver slapped the torn bill onto the counter. "Water," he demanded, his voice shaking. The cashier took the bill, handed him a bottle of water, and in that same deadpan, pre-recorded tone, "Have a safe drive." Pure, unadulterated panic set in. He ran to his car and floored the pedal. 85 miles an hour, straight down the road. 20 minutes passed. The blue neon returned. He drove right past it. 20 more minutes. The blue neon returned again. The clock on his dashboard froze at 3:14 a.m. He was trapped in a geographic loop. a glitch in the physical world. On the sixth cycle, he stopped looking out the windows. He just stared at the white dashed line, waiting to wake up or die. And then, a blinding flash of headlights washed over his face. An 18-wheeler roared past him in the opposite lane. The radio suddenly blasted a morning talk show. The sky above was pale gray. The neon was gone. He made it to the next town in complete shock. When he sat down at a local diner and asked the waitress about the station on Highway 83, she looked at him like he was crazy. "There hasn't been a station out there for over 20 years, she told him. "It was demolished in the 90s. Nothing left but a flat concrete slab." He didn't argue. He just reached into his pocket and pulled out a $5 bill with a jagged tear in the bottom left corner. There is a psychological phenomenon known as highway hypnosis, a state where the human brain goes on autopilot, stitching together a seamless reality out of repetitive white lines and endless darkness. But highway hypnosis doesn't trap you in a geographic loop. And it certainly doesn't leave you with physical change from a gas station that was demolished 20 years ago. Stories like the Highway 83 anomaly force us to ask a deeply uncomfortable question. What if reality isn't a solid physical construct, but a rendered environment? And just like any complex software, it has limits. When you drive down an empty road in the dead of night, where there are no other observers, maybe the system cuts corners. It reuses assets, a blue neon sign, a blank cashier, trapping you in a localized loading screen until the rest of the world catches up. Have you ever experienced a moment where reality seemed to glitch? Share your story in the comments. Subscribe for more deep dives into the anomalies of our world. Until next time, keep your eyes on the road. And if you see the exact same gas station twice, don't pull over.